Record video. Hey guys, welcome to the Cross-Eyed Texan, and it's time for a fragrance review. I actually haven't done one of these in a while, and one thing that I like to do with my fragrance reviews is be perfectly honest about my opinion. And remember, it's just my opinion. Opinions are like noses. Everybody likes to pick their own. You know what I'm saying? But we are going to talk about, as you can tell from the thumbnail, Dunhill Icon. I have heard a lot about this fragrance. I've heard everybody chat it up, as my British friends say. And let me see, here's what's on the bottom. So I wanted to give it a shot. I heard one guy say, he goes, "This smells like your dad. It smells like a man with responsibilities." So I bought it. And I sprayed it on the first day and thought it smelled pretty good. And then I went and took a shower the next day. I got it. It was 110 degrees outside when I got it. And when I got it, the bottle was almost hot. It was hot to the touch. It wasn't almost. It was hot to the touch. So I let it settle for a couple of days and chill out. But here's the iconic bottle. It is a nice bottle. Now the notes on this are, I can see if I can remember them all, is bergamot, neroli, black pepper, cardamom, and leather. I think I may have left one out. But the thing that struck me the most about this, and the thing I haven't heard anybody else say anything about, is the absolute lack of longevity. My method for when I try a new fragrance after I let it set, initially I'll spray it on and smell it, but I will go shower, scrub, exfoliate my skin very well. I use a good body wash to moisturize my skin. I drink plenty of water to keep myself hydrated, but that's for health reasons. Just the fact that it makes your fragrances last longer is a benefit. And then when I get out of the shower, I use this almost religiously. When I got out of the shower, I sprayed 2 sprays here, 2 sprays here, 2 sprays here, 2 sprays here, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 1 spray in the middle of my chest on my shirt. And I set the clock. The bergamot disappeared within, and I don't want to be over dramatic, the bergamot disappeared in probably 30 minutes to an hour. And then I was left with the neroli and the pepper. And to my nose, after a while, that combination of neroli and pepper reminded me of an ashtray. That's all I could think about was, man, this stuff smells like an ashtray. And within about 3.5 hours, this fragrance was absolutely gone. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm going anosmic to it. One other test that I like to do, hang on just one sec, is I will take a clean rag such as this, and I will spray the fragrance 4 times, 3 or 4 times, doesn't have to be 4 times, but I'll spray the fragrance 3 or 4 times like this. Atomizer on it's great. And then I will set it aside. Come back to it the next day or a few hours later. And when I came back to it the next morning, about 10 or 12 hours, you couldn't even tell I sprayed it with anything. I was stunned at how bad the longevity is on this. And I haven't seen one reviewer talk about it. Not one. Now, granted, it's a $30 cologne, but it is a parfum strength. And I know that parfums tend to sit a little closer to the skin, but they shouldn't dissipate within 4 hours. Okay? I didn't go out and do anything. I stayed in the house when I test spray stuff and wear it. I generally don't leave the house until I know how many sprays I need. But yeah, it's a $30 fragrance. It smells meh, as the young ones say. But I'm still not completely done with it yet. But I'm just shocked at the hype that's kind of surrounded this, and the fact that nobody mentioned the performance. Not once. But overall, how do I think it smells? 6 out of 10. It's really not that bad when it's all kicking. I just wished it lasted a little longer. What would this be good for? Perfect office scent. If you're going to go somewhere on a car trip with somebody, this would be a fragrance to wear. Because you could do 4 or 5 sprays and not gag anybody out. But if I had a chance to buy this over again, and out of all the fragrances I have behind me, I've blind bought every one of them except for 5, and there were ones I were familiar with. Out of all the ones that I bought blindly, this is the only one I'd never buy again. I'm unimpressed with it. Now, if the notes stayed a little bit longer, if the longevity was closer to 6 hours instead of 4, it would be pretty awesome. Because it does smell good out of the top. It smells fantastic. But I don't think that I would buy it again. And I did run the batch code. This bottle is 1 year and 10 days old. I had it on 7 days because I've had this fragrance for a week. Am I still going to wear it? You bet. I paid for it. I'm going to use it. But I love the lid on it, though. I would like to know what your experience is with this, because it does vary. Our skin chemistry plays such a big role in how things perform and what works well on our skin and what doesn't work well on our skin. I know for me, anything that's heavily that has a bunch of ambroxan in it makes me nauseous and causes me a headache. Other people it doesn't bother. So that has to be taken into account. But I'm going to keep wearing it because I've noticed that in my fragrance adventure, sometimes I have to wear something 6 or 7 times. And if the performance on this changes, I will come back and make an addendum to this video. But as it stands right now, I would not buy this again. Not at all. But I'm sorry, I was checking another fragrance I'm going to be doing a review on. But I don't know, it's $30, and if you only want one and you want to smell good, and you know, because it does smell good for 4 or 5 hours, maybe this is for you. For me, not so much. I'm going to show you what we got coming up next. Oh, if I can find it. This just came in today, Encre Noir. And I got a couple of test whiffs of this. And I want to show you something that it reminds me of. Now, when I say reminds me of, I'm not saying it smells like it, but it reminds me of it. It's Bentley for Men Absolute. This has some of the dark faces that Bentley for Men Absolute has. And in about a week, we're going to be having a review of that. I've got, tomorrow is Fragrance Friday. I've got a couple of more reviews coming up. And we're going to do a shave video. Up to almost 540 subscribers. I appreciate everybody's subscription and your comments and the participation. But please let me know what you think about Icon. Let me know if I'm wrong. You know, let me know what you think about it and if you like it. But please be respectful, because we all have opinions. Some people like Brussels sprouts. Can you believe that nonsense? Anyway, God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of Dunhill Icon in the comments below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.